Okay, good morning, students.
Good morning,
Now,
sir.
good morning.
Good
Now we,
morning, sir.
good morning. 36 participants. Okay. So let's start with our AutoCAD. Let me share the screen. Okay. Now I hope the screen is clearly visible to all of you. In the last class, what we did, in last class we have seen, yeah, we have drawn this figure. Okay. Yeah, in the last class we have drawn this, in which we have one 3D object is there, or you can say this is steps problem. So for this 3D object, we have drawn its orthographic projection, and later on we have also seen how to draw isometric projection. Okay, so for one more object we have drawn like that. We have drawn an isometric projection or isometric view of a 3D object like this. Now today we can start with this object. Okay, first we will draw the orthographic projection for the object what is visible on your screen, and then we will look on to this second problem. Yeah, this one. So in this iso to ortho, ortho to iso, we can say vice versa. Okay, so we will be having 1, 2, and 3 drawings. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, like for 2D commands, we have seen 6 different figures. For this iso to ortho and ortho to iso, we will see 3 diagrams. Okay, then we will move on to some few more basic concepts or some more commands in your AutoCAD. We will see 3D commands in later classes. So let's start with this one. Which one is a problem? Yeah, this one. As you can see the symbol of the cursor, it is red and green in color. Okay, now let's focus on this AutoCAD screen. Yeah, as you can see here, you have an object on your AutoCAD screen and the cursor is red and green in color. Can anyone tell me we are in which mode, whether isometric mode or orthographic mode?
Isometric.
Isometric mode.
So how to change this into orthographic mode? I mean to ask, what is the command we have to use to switch on to your orthographic mode?
Ortho.
Isodraft.
Yes, we will use the command isodraft. Using that command, we will change our working pattern. Okay, so here I will go for the command isodraft, and after going for this command, as you can see in the command line, you have all the options. These are the 3 isoplane left, top, and right. This is for your isometric views, and this orthographic will give you your orthographic projection. As of now, you can see the cursor is now black and white in color, and it is in your orthographic mode also. So first let me draw a rectangle inside which I would like to draw its projection. So start with a rectangle. Okay, here dimensions are not given. So first, let us give the dimension. That will be easier for us to draw the different views. Here the dimension is not visible. It is very small. Which command I have to use?
Dim style.
Dim style. Very good. Dim style I will go. You can see in the command line, the command that I have used is dim style, DIMSTYLE. Okay. Now inside this, now I hope everyone is uh, very much familiar to this dim style. We have to go in modify. Okay. Lines as per your wish. I am considering green color for dimension line and your extension line. Now, when I am saying this dimension line, everyone must be clear that the line with your arrow, now you can see the red color lines, they are called as your dimension lines, and the lines which is green in color, they are called as extension line. However, both are part of your dimensions. Okay, so let me make it again green, and then symbol and arrow size I am keeping 3 as an standard height. Then coming to your text color also you can change. Text color you can keep red, and text height you can keep 8. This will be decimal precision, you have to make it 0. Anything else? No. Click on OK. Click on close. Okay. Now here you can see 100 is written, and that is in horizontal way. The text portion you can see, it is written in horizontal direction. I want to make it aligned to the dimension line. So again, I will go to that dim style and modify it. So one way I can type in the command line dim style. Another way, I have to use just the previous command. Okay. So on your keyboard, if you will press the up arrow on your keyboard, automatically you will see what are the previous commands you have used. Okay, so till now we have used only dim style, isodraft, so those are visible over here. So using up arrow and down arrow, you can go for the previous commands. So dim style again, modify it, and go to text, and here in text tab you can see text alignment here. By default it is horizontal. We can make it the second option, aligned with dimension line. See what is the difference it is happening. In this preview you can see the 53, it is written in a horizontal way, and now the 53 is aligned with your dimension line. So press OK and close it. Yeah, now you can see this 100, it is aligned with your dimension line. Similarly, we will give all the necessary dimensions, because for drawing your orthographic projections, we need the dimension of each and every lines. When is your mid examination going to start? Is there any notification?
11th Jan.
Okay. So for your mid examination, whether it will be online or offline, any information?
Don't know, sir.
No, sir.
Not confirmed, sir.
Okay, so whatever it, if it will be online or offline immaterial, the portion that I will ask is up to what I have given you the lecture till today. That will be your syllabus for your mid one. You might be thinking we don't have the software, then how we will write the exam. So theoretical questions can be asked, like we have seen the method of projection during your introduction classes. Different type of lines you have seen, and whatever the theory questions that can be made or compiled using your introduction portion, Then you have seen different coordinate systems. How to, suppose if I will give any small 2D figure and I will ask you to draw that figure or write the commands to draw that figure using polar coordinate system, or question can be like, draw this figure, write the commands to draw this figure using absolute coordinate system. So you have to write down the commands. Similarly, I can give you 2D figures to write down the step by step how you will proceed to draw this figure. So like this, I will ask 3 questions. Out of those 3, you have to answer any 2. So I hope now it is clear for your mid-examination how you have to prepare. Now let's see for this drawing. So we have drawn given the dimension for this upper block. Okay, all the blocks are similar, so need not to go for all the dimensions. This width again I have to show. So I will show it on this portion. That will be good. This is your 25. Now this hole, the dimension of this hole also I will give. This is showing 29. We had made a hole of 25, I think. Let's see on this side how much it is showing. Okay. This hole is of 29 size. Okay, no issue. We will draw as per this drawing only. Okay. Now, if we have to draw the front view, so we have to first see where the observer is located, on which side, whether, since this is your symmetrical object, so if you will see it from this side or you are looking it from this side, from all the sides, the front view will remain the same. Please mute yourself. Who is this? 1061. Okay. So since this object is symmetrical, so if the observer is looking this object from any side, okay, observer is looking this object from any side, the front view will remain the same. Okay. So for any question, we need to see where the observer is situated. One student is asking, sir, can you post the theory part as a PDF in our group? I don't have any separate PDF for this. Whatever the lectures are there, that I have posted on your Canvas, and you need to prepare your own notes. Why I'm telling this? Because you don't have the software to practice at your home. Anyhow, I have told you to buy your systems. Okay. So if you will go through that video and then you prepare your own notes, that will be more beneficial for you people. Anyhow, I will try to upload those PowerPoint presentations files that I'm using during the lecture. I will upload it into your Canvas. Okay. So let's see. First, I will make a rectangular box. So using line command also I can go, or maybe you can go directly for rectangular command also. Okay. So let's go with line command. Specify the first point. Switch on the ortho. Because I need horizontal and vertical lines. In horizontal side, I want to move 297. 297 is nothing but I'm using your A4 size paper. And in vertical direction, I want to move 210. Again, on your left hand side, I'm using direct coordinate system. How? Because I am allocating the points dynamically. Okay, simply I am showing the direction of cursor in which direction I want to move, and I am specifying how much distance I want to move. So on left hand side of this vertical line, I want to move 297, and I want to close this rectangular box, so I will close it. Yeah. So this is the box where I will draw my figure. I will bring it little bit at upper location. Okay. Now, if you remember, after this, I need to draw what? Can anyone tell me?
Take midpoint.
Yes, we need to draw a reference line through the midpoints of the two vertical line. So here you have to draw a line. This is your location. We will look for a green color triangle. There automatically midpoint will be allocated. Okay, if you are not able to locate it, you can type in the command line mid. Press enter on your keyboard. You can see here it is asking midpoint of which line. So you need to go for this line, and again on this side also you need to locate your midpoint. So this is your reference line. Okay, so for reference line, if you remember, we need to write x and y. So let's write using this text command. I want to write capital letter uppercase X alphabet. Before doing or writing anything, you can see what is the text height. Here it is 0.2 by default. So let's make it 8, or you can keep it as 10 also. Now I want to write X. Yeah. So this is what I want to write. Now you can move it to the place where you want. You can see it is only moving in vertical and horizontal direction. So switch off this ortho mode and place it at the location where you want it. Now, on the right hand side, I want your Y alphabet. So Control C and Control V. Okay, copy paste. Now you can edit this as capital Y. Okay, now we have X and Y on both hand side. Okay, now I will write one thing, that this is our observer. So I need to draw one line. I will draw with an arrow. Okay. How I will draw the arrow, that I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. So it is looking like some arrow. Now I will fill it with your hatch command. Okay. So this arrow is showing me that this is our front view. Okay. Or from this side, the observer is looking. So you can write that observer also. So let's copy this and write here the observer. Now you can rotate this aligned with this line. Let's see what is the command for this. Here you can see the rotate is there. How this is coming? Just you have to select the object, right click, and you will get that option rotate. Now it is asking base point. So let's select this as your base point, and in the direction or the alignment, you can set it and then move it close to this arrow. Okay. Okay. So now we can see from this side the observer is viewing. Again, we need to draw one vertical line also. So initially I am taking it at the mid location. If required, I will move it to your right hand side or left hand side as per the requirement. So in this box, I will draw the front view. Let me write, this is your front view, which I'm going to draw here. If it is not coming in a single line, you can extend it and you can also bring it to the center location. If it is looking of more height, you can reduce the font size, make it 6, because we have to accommodate the drawing over here. Now, I will draw which face will be visible. First, we have to see in your front view. Okay. So let me start with your annotations. Okay. Now, if the observer is looking from this side, we will be able to see this face. Okay. Or rather, if I'll hatch it, it will be more clear. Let me see whether hatching is working or not. This is your hatch command. So let's see whether it is working or not. Okay. In your front view, it is not catching. Yeah, it is catching. Let me change the color also. We will be able to see these three faces. This will be overlapped with this face, and this will be overlapped with this face. So this is what we will observe in your front view. Okay, so it is visible in white in color. This back face and this front face will overlap on each other. Okay, now go for the top view. First, let us draw the front view. Okay, so start from here. I need to draw a horizontal line of length 100. In vertical direction, how much? 25 plus 25. Okay, 50. Again, you have to come in this direction.
25.
25. Downward direction, 25. Again in this direction. How much? 50.
50.
Again in vertical direction, 25. 25. And you can close this. This is what you can see here as the hashed portion. One more thing you need to see here, that there is one hole of dimension 29. 29. That will not be visible from the front view. So the lines which are not visible in the front view, for that we have to draw hidden line. Okay. So You can draw a line, but from this side, it should be of what length? 100 minus 29. How much you will get? 71. Okay. So 71 divided by 2, because on both sides we need that distance. So let me check. 100 minus 29, that will be 71 divided by 2, 35.5. Okay. So let me offset this line. Where is your offset command? This is your offset command. Okay. Here you can see your offset, or directly you can type in your command line. Okay. So you can, now I'm going with this one. It is asking for the offset distance. We have just now calculated 35.5. Which side? On this side. Okay. This object on this side. Okay. Now this extra portion I need to cut out. So for that, the command is trim. Select the baseline, press enter. Now cut out whatever you don't want to see. Okay. So this is showing the hole that is cut out at the center of this block. Okay. Now I hope this distance will be 29. Let's check it out whether it is 29 or not. It is exactly 29. So our drawing is correct. Let me keep it here. Okay. Now, what I want to show you, we have to convert this into hidden line. It is looking continuous line. So how to convert this continuous line into hidden line? For that, the command is line type. You have to go for the command line type, press enter, then click on this load. Now you have to select which type of line you want to load. I will go with the first one, that is your dash lines. Click on OK and again OK. Now select this line, right click, click on properties. Here you can see the line type, make it dash. Here you can see, let us check whether the dash lines are visible or not. There is one piece broken. So let us increase or decrease the scale so that more portion of this line will be visible here. Let us make it 0.5 and check it out how it is looking. Yeah, now it is looking like dash lines. Okay. Similarly, you can make for this also. Right click, properties, go to line type, go to your dash lines and change the scale to 0.5. Now I hope all the students, you must be very much clear of this concept, how you can draw or how you can modify the line type from continuous to the hidden or the dash lines. Okay. Now, is there anything missing in this front or is it complete? Yes, tell me. The front view is complete or anything is missing? Is there anyone? Or I am talking
Yes,
to the
yes, sir.
screen? Okay, okay, very good. Okay, so this is my front view, what I have drawn here. Whether everything I have plotted or anything is missing. Just observe carefully and type in the
20
chat box. It is complete
Dimension.
or something is missing.
Completed.
100 dimension.
Okay.
Dimension.
So all you just write in the chat box, front view completed. Short form is FVC. I want to see how many of you are actively. FVC, front view completed. We have 59 participants. I want to see how many of you are actively listening. Okay, good. Now give the dimensions. So let's give all the dimensions in your front view. This portion is 100. From here up to 29. This portion is 5. From here up to here it is 20. And height also you can mention. This is 50. So all the dimensions also we have given here in your. Now we have to draw its top view. So let me here that I am going to draw your top view. I have copied it. I will edit it. I will write as top view. Okay. For drawing your top view, I need projection lines. Okay. So for projection lines, I was using another type of line, that is your X line. Once again, I will tell you that X line is a line of infinite length. X line is a line of infinite length. Okay, I have written the command X line. Now it is asking horizontal, vertical, angular, bisect or offset. So I will go with vertical option. At what locations it is asking? So I will allocate all the locations where I need to draw the projection lines, projection of these points also I want. All the points in your front view, I want to project it on your top view. Okay. So let's change the color of this projection lines. Now it is white in color. I want to make it some other for better visibility. So once you have to select the line, right click, go to properties, and the color you can see here, I will make it this light blue color. Okay. Now press escape and you can see what is drawn over here. Now I want to trim the unwanted or extra lines. As I have told you, the X lines are the line of infinite length. You can see here. It is actually the line of infinite length. We will not be able to see where is the endpoint of your this blue color line. Okay, so I am zooming in and zooming out just to show you that those lines are actually of infinite length. So we need to cut those portions. So let's go with the trim command. Select the baseline, press enter, and select the unwanted part. Okay. Similarly, on the top portion also, I will do like that. No, mistake. Here two lines are there. So that's why it is asking that which one to delete. Here you can see a ray is there, for which I was saying that this is your X line, a line of infinite length. And this is the white color line segment that we have drawn here. So I want to cut that ray or your X line part. Okay. Now the upper portion I need to remove. Okay. Here also I need to reduce it up to this length only. Now these lines I have drawn as hidden line, but it is not showing here. Okay, now it is visible. So if such situation arise that suppose in the past we have made this line as a hidden line, but now it is looking as a continuous. So we can do two things, whether you can change the properties once again, or you can regenerate this diagram. So let's see whether I'm able to regenerate it or not. So the command used for regenerating is regen, REGEN. Okay, so let's regenerate, and you can see the lines which were not visible as hidden, now it is visible. Okay, so we have drawn the projection line. Now once again come to this 3D or isometric view, and we will see what are the faces that we can observe in the top view. So I will use this hatch command once again, but another pattern I will use, okay, so that we can differentiate. So we will be able to see this face, we will be able to see this face, this face, this face, and this face. Okay. Is it possible to make it some other? Yeah. Color. Can I change the color of this hatching? Right click, properties. Color is white. Let me make it yellow. It is looking good. Okay. So you can see the areas where some yellow color dot patches are there, those areas will be visible here in your top view. Okay, so as a whole, you can see from the outside, yeah, this line we can reduce it up to here only, no need to extend it up to there. Okay, this line you can keep it up to this point only. Okay, now it is good. Okay, so you can see, if you will look at this object from the top, you will see one square of dimension 100 cross 100. So let's draw this square first of dimension 100 cross 100. In this direction I want to move 100, so let me give the value 100. Oh, it is going beyond that point. So we need to stretch this. Just wait a minute. I will delete this line because this is going beyond your reference line. I have to draw whatever I want to draw just below the reference line. Okay. So let me move it and see how much I need to drag it. Okay. So I will drag this line or move this line below this point. So I will move this line from this point up to here. Okay, that will be fine, I guess. Yeah, and extend this portion, extend this one, drag this below. I will bring this line also to down. Okay. Move this from this base point to a little bit downward side. Okay. Okay, this is now fine. Now again from the upper end, I'll draw a horizontal line and you can connect it once again like this. So the rectangle I have drawn, this blue color is visible because here we have two lines. So you can shorten this up to the top point only. Like this on this side also, you can bring this blue line up to here only. Okay. Now, from the top, we can see that square blocks of 25 cross 25 square is there on all the corners. So let's draw on all the corners. We will draw a square box of 25 dimension. On each corner, I will draw. Now, you can reduce this length up to this point. You can reduce this length up to this end point for making this white color lines visible. Now, I have to draw one square at the center of dimension 29 cross 29. Okay. So once again, you can use that offset command. This projection is there. You need to offset this line at a distance of 35.5. So let's use that offset command. 35.5 by default, that value is there. You can see here in the command line. So press enter, select the line, specify the point on the side to offset this side and select this object and this side. Okay. So now you can trim. While using the trim command also, I have told you there can be two different ways. Either you can write trim and press one time enter. You once again see what is the difference. I have written the command trim and I'm going to press enter key of my keyboard only one time. So now it is asking select the object to be trimmed. So you have to select one base object. Base object means I have selected this and I will cut the other lines which is crossing my baseline. And then again you have to press one more enter and then you have to cut out what are the portions that you don't want. So see, if I'll click here, all the lines above it is going to be cut out. Okay, so I don't want to do that. So another way is use the trim command and at the same time press space key 2 times or enter key 2 times. Okay, and now see what is the difference. You can cut the lines whatever you don't want. Okay. Now here you can see this is blue in color. Let's change the color to white. So this is the square that is there at the center. So I hope now the top view is clear whatever we have drawn at this location. Now you can extend this line up to this point. You can give the dimensions or we will give the dimension afterward. First draw the side view. For drawing the side view, as you all know that we need to draw the X lines. Okay, or for that, first I will draw a line that is bisecting this angle. Okay, so can you tell me how to draw that line? I will tell you what I want to draw. I will use a notation. I want to draw a line which is going to bisect this line, this angle. Okay. So you know that this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degrees. So but if you will bisect it, you will get here 45. So what you will get? 90, 90, 180, and 180 plus 45,
225.
225. Very good. So I want to draw a line which is at an angle of 225 degrees. I want to use polar coordinate system. If you remember how to draw a line using polar coordinate system, length up to here. So I will go for random value of length. Okay. So let me close this annotation. Go for the line command. L, press enter. Specify the first point. That will be this point, and then switch off ortho mode, because here I don't want vertical and horizontal. I want a line at some angle. Now tell me what will be the command for that using your polar coordinate system. The angle you have told me 225. Can anyone tell me? In the last class also I have shown you how to draw that.
At the rate of
Yes, first you have to write down the length. Suppose I want to draw a line of length 150 at the rate. What is the angle?
225.
Press enter. Whether that line is drawn or not. No. One thing is missing. Sorry. 150 is the length. First you have to write at the rate. 150 is the length.
Comma 220.
Angle symbol we have to give 225. Now I hope it will work. Yes, it has worked. So you can see a line is drawn over here which is bisecting this third quadrant. Okay, 150 length, it is coming up to here, and this line is at this location. So we need to extend this line. I will extend it up to this location. Let us check whether the angle had changed or not. I will clear the annotations for clear visibility, and I will give the angular dimension angle. Which angle? Angle between this line and this line. Okay, this is one straight line. That's why this is 45 degree. So we are correct that we have bisected this 90 degree angle. This is correct. Okay. So now I'm going to delete this dimension line because I don't need. I just showed you for your clarification. Now I will draw the projection lines. Again, for projection lines, which type of line I have to use? Yes.
X line.
X line. Very good. All of you type in the chat box X line. I want to see how many of you are actively listening to what I'm saying. All of you type X line in the command line. Okay, very good. So I want to draw X line. In the command line, you can see here I have written X line. Now press enter. Which type of X line I want to draw? Horizontal or vertical? First, I will draw horizontal X lines through all the points which I want to project. As you can see, I am selecting all the points through which I want to draw the projection lines. Now, one thing you can visualize here, that you are not able to differentiate which is your main drawing line and which is your projection line. So for that, you need to select the lines, and I'm going to change the color of my projection lines. Select all those lines. For multiple selection, you have to press Shift key of your keyboard. Remember, in your Word file, you are pressing CTRL, Control key. Here we are pressing shift key for multiple selection. Then right click, click on properties. Here you can see color option by layer it is. I want to change this color to this cyan or call it as light blue color, so that we can differentiate between your main drawing and your projection lines. Now, the next step we all know, I have to trim, type the command, trim in the command line. Now I have to press enter key 2 times. Remember, I am going to press enter key 2 times. Now I will delete all the unwanted projection lines. Okay. Okay. Now this side lines, again I want to show you, as I have told you earlier, X lines are nothing but the lines having infinite length. So you can see those blue color lines. We are not able to find out where its starting point, where is its end point, because those lines are the line of infinite length. Again and again I'm saying, because in Viva we used to ask, what do you mean by X line? What is the difference between X line and your normal lines? I'm going to delete these lines. Okay. From this side also, I will do the same step. I will delete this portion. Okay. And these unwanted lines also, I want to delete. Just select it and press the delete key of your keyboard. Okay. Here you can see the blue lines and white lines are overlapping. So what I will do, I will bring it to the corner location so that my baseline, that is white color line, it should be clearly visible. This I want up to this corner only. Now this is up to here, and this line I want up to this initial point only. Okay. So this is our base drawing now visible in white color. Okay. Similarly, we have to draw vertical projection lines again from these points. Okay. So go for the command X line. I want to go for vertical. Points is already known to all of you. Okay. Now change the color. For changing the color, first you need to select all the lines by pressing shift key of your keyboard. Then right click, go to properties. At the top you can see color by layer, make it to light blue. Now after changing the color, we need to trim the unwanted lines. Go for trim command, press. Now this time I'm going for a single enter key. Okay, why? Because I will use that bisection line, the line that I have drawn for the angular bisection, as my baseline. So I have written trim command and I'm going to press enter key only once. Now it is asking select the base object. This angular line is my base object. Again, I have to press one more enter, and then we can cut these unwanted lines. Okay. Now you can easily see this is your projection line in vertical direction. In vertical direction, still you can see it is going up to infinite length. So what I will do, I will cut this extra part using my trim command. I will select this as my base object, press enter, and I will delete all the lines. Okay. Now the projection lines are drawn. What I need to draw is the projection from your front view. From your front view, I need to draw again the projection line. So again, I will go for X line. This time I want horizontal lines. All the points you need to project. Basically, I need only 3 points. Okay. Now change the color of these lines by pressing Shift key, multiple selection, right click, properties, go to color, change the color to light blue or whatever you are following. You can see the color is changed. Now I want to cut the unwanted portion, so I will go for trim command. I will select this base object, press one time enter. Now cut these portions. Similarly on this side also, select the base object and I will cut the extra length. Okay. Now here we have to draw our diagram. Okay. Now for clarification, I will shorten this projection lines for better visibility. Okay. Now all my base color is clearly visible. Now, if I'm going to see this object from this side, okay, here I'm going to draw that is on the left hand side of my front view. Okay, here I'm going to draw something side view. I will call it as side view on left hand side of the front view. So which view I am going to draw? This will be which view? Left hand side view or right hand side view?
Right hand.
Left hand side.
Left side of the front view I am drawing. Left side of my front view, I am using first angle projection method. So keep in your mind that this is your right hand side view. Exactly reverse. Okay, suppose on the right hand side of this front view, if I'm going to draw something, so that will be your left hand side view. How it is coming? See here. If the observer is looking from this side and the right hand side of the observer is this area, okay, if the observer is looking from this side, that is the right side of the observer, then you will be able to project it on left side of your front view. Okay, so this is your right side view. Now what will be visible in this area? I am going to draw. Oh, let me show here in the hashed portion what we are going to see. So let's click on this hatch option. Let me change the pattern. Let me keep this one. This face. Okay. If I'm going to see the right hand side view, then it will be from this side. That surface I'm not able to see here. Okay. So what we can do in this diagram, the orientation of this isoplane, we will not be able to see from this side what faces are looking here. Okay, so I am going to hatch the portion which will be visible on your left hand side view. Okay, from this side, the observer left. Okay, so let me draw those lines. From here up to here, from here up to here, then up to here, then here, again at this location, then this location, then this location. Okay. Now I'm going to reduce this blue color line so that my baseline will be clearly visible. Similarly, this horizontal lines also, I will reduce it for visibility of my baseline, that is white in color. Now, two more lines here it will come, and that will be again a hidden line. Switch on the ortho because you want a vertical line. Again, go for the line command up to here. Now I have to make this as hidden line. Select both of the lines by pressing shift key, right click properties, change the color. No, not color. This time I have to change line type.
Line type.
And scale also you have to make it as 0.5.
0.
And you can see here, this is your hidden line. Now your drawing is complete in the top view as well as in your side view. Now we need to give the dimensions. This portion that I have hashed here, it will be actually your left hand side view, and that will come to the right hand side of this front view. On this area it will come, okay. So if you wish, you can draw that also. Okay, let's give the dimension at this location. Okay, this inner dimension 29, and this is also 29. This is 25. The rest everything is given. Accordingly, you can give the dimension here also. And central hole, central square hole. Okay. If it is circular hole, then I have to give the center line also. Okay. But here we don't have the circular hole. I have a square hole. So I have not given that center. Rest every dimensions are given here. Okay. So this is how you can draw the ortho projection. So I will write here as this is your orthographic projection. So first let me copy any one of the text. Control C is for copy, V is for paste. This Control C and Control V will through your BTech course. So this is my orthographic projection. And this is your isometric projection. So you can bring this isometric view to the top, or you can keep it at the bottom as per your choice. Let's keep this location. Switch off the ortho. Yeah. Okay. Now, as you all know that after doing these all things, you have to write your roll number, I'm writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to write as well. I'm writing XYZ for your name. You can write your role and your name. And this is our ISO to ortho, or because here we have drawn both ortho as well as ISO. Okay. So the title of this sheet I will give I will copy this and again paste. Title of this drawing sheet is ISO dash I have written ortho. ISO ortho. This is our drawing number 2. Exercise 2. And then this is done. Now you have to take the printout of this. So as you all know, you have to go to this file.
Plot.
Then you have to go to
Plot.
plot. Continue to plot in a single sheet. Select the plotter here to your AutoCAD to PDF. Paper size, as you have to take the printout in your A4 size paper. So keep A4 297, 210. What you want to plot? You want to plot of the selected window. Once you click on that window, it will ask you to select the window. Or before that, I will draw that margin also. It will look better. Please mute yourself. I want to draw a rectangle. First corner will be over this location. And the second location will be at this location. I want to draw one more rectangle over this. Please mute yourself and focus at one location. Yeah. So this is the margin that I have drawn over here. And this you can fill it using your hatch command. That is like a framing of any painting or an object. So this we have done the framing also. And now we will go for your plot. Plot in a single sheet. Select PDF, AutoCAD to PDF. Paper size 297, 210. What I want to plot? I want to plot a window. Select the window starting from here up to this location. Okay. Do not forget to center the plot at this location. You can see center the plot option is there. Do not forget to check this. You can see the difference. What will happen? Center the plot and then preview it. Yes. Now you can see that this is your isometric component that we were willing to draw, and this is the orthographic projection of that drawing. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Type in the chat box, clear, sir. All of you. I want to show. If any doubt is there, you ask me. If it is clear, type in the chat box, clear, sir. All of you. We have 62 participants now, and I can see one candidate, Imroz Muhammad. You have not written your roll number. Again and again, I'm telling in all the classes that if you will not write your roll number, you will not be able to get the attendance. Please rename yourself with your roll number. Imroz Muhammad. Rest everyone has kept their roll number. You want to keep your name also, you keep your name. But at first, you write your roll number. Okay, so if the preview is looking good, then you can click on this plot option. It will ask for the location where you want to save this file. So this is my exercise number 2, also ortho and iso. I will keep it as 2 and I will save it. Now, once the job is published, it will be visible on PDF file. PDF file, let me show you your PDF file. This is the PDF file that you will get for your printout. You can see the use of colors, judicious use of colors you have to do. The black color is showing you your outline of the figure. This dash line is showing you the hidden line. This cyan or light blue color is showing you the projection line. The green color is showing you the dimension line, and the dimensions are written in red color. Here you have to write your name, roll number, and title. That's it. So this is our exercise number 2. Now we will take a short break of 5 minutes. Okay. And today there is some address from the Vice Chancellor. So I have to leave you early by 11:40. So we are having 15 and 20, 35 minutes. So 5 minutes break I am giving you. Okay. So the time is now 11:15. By 11:20 again I will start, and I am expecting everyone to be ready with on the screen. 11:20. 5 minutes break.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we are back and we have finished this drawing. I hope all my students are with me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now we will see, this is our first drawing, then this is your second drawing, and now this is the third one that we have to draw. We have limited time now, around 30 minutes, okay, or 20 minutes. So either we can draw the isometric or orthographic projection. Okay, so which one you want to see? If I will draw the orthographic, it will take a lot of time.
Isometric view.
Okay, chalo. Let's draw with your isometric view. So the command which we will use to start with, I will draw this figure just above this, or I'll draw here rather later on we will move that. So first you have to go for ISO draft. Click on this ISO plane left. Then start with one of the corner. I will start with this corner. Switch on the ortho. The height is 12. Then again you need to press F5. In this direction you have to move 50. Then again in bottom side you have to go for 12 and you need to close this figure. Now this drawing seems to be very small, so I will move this from this point to this location and I need to stretch it. Okay. Okay. Now from this point I need to move 25 in this direction. F5 key I'm drawing, pressing to change the orientation. Okay, F5 of your keyboard, 25. Then again in vertical direction I have to move and the height is 12. Then close this. Again I want to move from this point, press F5 key to change the orientation. Depth is 12. On this side you need to move 25. On this side 12. Change the orientation in downward direction 12. On this side you need to move 25, 12, then close this. Now come to this side now. Okay, this portion we also need to draw. So from here in this direction I need to draw 12 and close this. One line from this point is required in this direction and it will come up to this location. Beyond this point it will not be visible. Okay. Now from this point in this direction I need to move 20. In this direction this is 25. And again 20 minus 75, it will be 55. And close this. From this point in vertical upward direction 25. In this direction you have 20. You have to carefully see the diagram. Okay, what dimensions and what is the direction. For changing the direction you need to press this F5 and you can see how the orientation of your cursor is changing. I'm just pressing the key F5. Okay, Now this is your 20, and then close this box. Okay. Now what is left? This inclined lines are left. So just put your ortho mode off and connect the points. So this is the drawing that we are actually looking to draw. Okay. Now you can bring this figure just below this, and you can enlarge it as per your requirement. Okay. So this is the question and this is the solution what we have drawn. Now need to give the dimensions. Keep in mind, for giving the dimension for your isometric view, you need to go for aligned dimension. You need to go for aligned dimension. Okay. Now, this is your first. We need to go for dim style, because here the dimensions are not visible. Go for dim style, click on modify, start with this line, make it green, make this as green, arrow size 3, text height 8, precision 0, rest everything text, make it aligned with the dimension line. Text color you can change to red, press OK. Close it. Now it is visible. Now you can give all the dimensions. One by one, we will give all the dimensions. Okay, 25, 25, 25. Now the depth of this cut is 12 that we need to sew. Okay, and this location, this is your 50. This height is your 12. Okay, this distance is 20. As you can see here, it is 20. Now this distance is 25. $20. $25. So this is the entire dimensioning we have done for this isometric view. You can write here your that this is the isometric view using your text command. Change the text height. Isometric view. Z, zoom, all, A on your keyboard, and this is what you will get. So this is the isometric view that we have drawn, and now we need to draw the orthographic projection. Up till now, is there any question or any doubt you can ask me? I will draw a rectangle. Before that, we need to come out of this isodraft, come to orthographic projection. So now you can draw your orthographic projection. Till now, whatever we have discussed, is there any doubt then you can ask me. We will see the orthographic projection drawing in next class. I want to know whether anyone tried at least any of the drawing in your system, how to draw it.
For example,
Yes, sir.
Please type in the chat box, tried and drawn, T and D. I want to see how many of you are trying and drawing T and D. Only one student. 2. Oh, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So while drawing this on your system, are you facing any problem? Any difficulty?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So can you show me any of your drawing, what you have drawn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your roll number?
11061.
Okay, 11061. You unmute yourself. I will make you co-host so that you will be able to share your screen. Are you using right now your system?
Sir, I will show PDF or AutoCAD directly.
Anything, just for I want to show other students that some of the students are really drawing it. And are
Okay,
you using this Zoom right now on your mobile or laptop?
Laptop, sir.
Okay, so I'm making you the co-host. Now you can share your computer screen. At the bottom of this Zoom, you can see one green color button is there, share screen. I have given you the permission. You can share your computer screen. Yeah.
Can you see, sir?
I can see your folder in which different files are there. You open any one PDF file and
No, sir.
no, it is not coming. You have to stop the screen share, open the PDF
Okay.
file, and then click on screen share. Then some option will
Okay,
come,
sir.
entire screen or something like that. Open the PDF, then click on share screen, and then at the top left you will see one button with the tag.
No, sir.
Yeah, this is what Rohit has drawn, 1061. So really I am very happy to see that you have drawn this, and this is what a teacher looks from his student. This gives us a satisfaction. Very good. Any other person who wants to show, who has drawn it and they wants to show what they have done? If there is any person like that, you can unmute yourself and I will make you the co-host and you can share whatever you have drawn. Other students, you please see this and you also try to draw these figures. Okay, you will enjoy it. I know that. Okay, you will enjoy this. And this is basic diagrams because I am now teaching you the basic tools how to draw any small drawings. Now you can stop sharing. Any other drawing you have drawn, Rohit?
Sir, but I didn't PDF not done, sir.
Okay, no
In
issue.
AutoCAD is there.
Okay, no issue. So very good.
Okay, sir.
Now you can stop the screen share.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how you all can try to draw the figure, and you can show your work to your friends at this Zoom platform. Okay. This will act as a boost up, confidence boost up. Okay, that you have did something. So anything you people want to ask, or shall I stop here?
Sir, while installing this AutoCAD software, it is asking license, sir.
Yeah, it will ask you license. Then, as earlier I have told also, there are two ways. Either you can get the license, student license, and that you will get after uploading your college ID card. So one of the student, she has sent me some fee receipt, but actually that did not work. I tried to get the license on that document, but that was not accepting from the Autodesk. Okay, so another way is you can use the cracked version. Few days back, one student called me, and I have used AnyDesk software, and I have taken the remote access to his computer, and I have shown him how to install the AutoCAD software. Okay, so if you are facing any problem, you can contact me. Before calling me, just make sure that you have AnyDesk software. Okay, I will type in the chat box. AnyDesk is the name of that software. Okay, using this, what I can do, I can handle your computer from remote location. By sitting over here, I can handle your computer, and I will show you step by step how to install it. If anybody is facing any issue related that, you can contact for me. Okay. Anything else? Anyone?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, day before yesterday we have done, no, sir, any desk.
Uh-huh.
But by seeing the notepad, we have just completed our 5 points, sir.
Okay.
Remaining part is there.
After that, you have not contacted me,
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it? We have so many classes. We will be busy in other schedules. So you can ask me through WhatsApp message that, sir, when you are free, and again we will sit together and finalize those things.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Your name is Rakshit, na?
Sir, no, sir, Bharadwaj.
Oh, Bharadwaj. Okay, okay. Then that was some other student. Okay. So shall I stop the meeting, or anything else you want to discuss?
No, sir.
Okay, so all of you type in the chat box that okay, sir, or you can leave the meeting. Thank you all of you for patiently listening, and I'm going to stop this meeting.